Aloha, beloveds. It's been a while. I took the last year and a half off. I went through a lot in the last couple of years, and at the end of 2023, around Christmas time, is when my soul joy, my best friend, Karma, for those of you who know her, transitioned to her light body. And it was a lot. The whole year was just really stressful for me. I was basically in fight or flight, sympathetic nervous system go mode for an entire year, between taking care of Karma, trying to prolong her life, and helping my daughter who was pregnant and had a baby. And she lived quite a distance from me. So I was driving, commuting every week, and it was a lot. And I let myself go. And then I had also the year before gotten into 2 car accidents. So I was going to physical therapy for almost over 2 years and trying to do stuff to keep myself from not being in so much physical pain. And at the same time, going through so much emotional strain and stress and worry and heartbreak, and watching my best friend just get sicker and sicker and almost die so many times in my arms. It was just like really, really, really hard the last couple of years. And gosh, I wanted to explain, like, even when I don't know if I could talk about it yet, but I told her, I said, Karma, if you're going to die, if, if you're going to die, that I need to be there and I need to be holding you. That was like the only thing that was important to me. And so in the end, I did get to be there and I did get to hold her. She had been in the emergency room hospital for like a couple of days, and my gut was telling me like I had to get her and bring her home, like it was time. And for that last day and night, I got to hold her. I got to hold her when she left her body. I was holding her, and it's crazy because, yeah, I didn't think that I had it in me to be strong and to be calm for when the time for her was to cross over. So I asked my closest friend here if she would come and, to be like my rock. And the ironic thing was, like, during the actual time when I was holding her and she was leaving her body, I was so calm. Like, I don't even know what came over me. Now I actually understand later. It took a while to realize that I think my guardian angel, Archangel Michael, came into me and was like holding me while I was holding her, because I was so calm and present and strong for her. And I told her, because I just couldn't bear to see her suffer anymore. And she had been suffering for days, like really sick. Like, I knew when she didn't want to eat bacon anymore that like it was over, like it was her time to leave this three-dimensional earth plane when she did not want to eat bacon. Like, it was her time. I had brought her back when I thought she was dying, like a couple of months prior, by making bacon, because I was like, oh my gosh, she's going, like, this is it. And I was like, Carmen, you can't leave yet. I'm gonna make some bacon. And I started cooking bacon, and she actually came back. So bacon, I knew, was her thing, because I never really gave it to her. It was like a special treat. So when she didn't want bacon, she couldn't eat anymore, and like she was just suffering, I just said, Carmel, like, I actually got angry at her because she had been suffering for days, and I knew like she didn't want to leave because of me. And finally, it was like the third night, like I hadn't slept and I was exhausted. I just got on the floor next to her and I yelled at her. I was like, you have to leave. You have to go now. Like, I cannot watch you suffer anymore. And that was it. Like, she knew I was ready. And within maybe like, actually, she waited for Susie to come over. And then within like a couple hours, she left her body. And the ironic thing was, I was like the stoic. I was just holding her so calm. And I was like, I got you. It's okay. You can go. And Susie was hysterical. Oh my God. And I was like, what is happening? Like, you were supposed to be my rock. And it was like the complete opposite. She was crying and like hysterical, and I was just stoic and calm. And I was like, I got you. Like, you can go. I don't know how that came, where that came from inside of me, but again, I really think it was Archangel Michael, because my teacher, my spirit guide, my brother Dana, she said, Archangel Michael will be with you when karma transitions, and you don't have to worry. You're going to be like surrounded by angels, and especially Archangel Michael will be there for you. And during that time, like, I didn't see him, and I thought like I'd at least see the angels or something, and they weren't there, and I cursed them all out. I'm like, I feel bad about that. I was really angry. Like, who knows, when you're watching the closest thing to you in your life suffer and then die, like all these emotions come up, from like grief to anger. And I was so angry. I cursed out God and all my angels, like, you're not even here. You said you would be here for me. You're not even here. I was so mad. And now, like, I realize looking back, like, they were there. They were like so there, because there's no way in the world that I could have been that calm and strong and centered for karma when she was crossing over. So I don't know, there's so many different stories I want to share with you, but I guess that's just coming to me. Like, I know that there's so much suffering in the world, and that people go through so much suffering. And recently this woman asked me a question, this woman that came to one of my secret circles. I met with her privately after, and we really connected. Beautiful soul. And she asked me a question about, like, where was God, where were the angels, where was Jesus when I was getting molested, not just her, but when any child gets molested or gets abused or gets raped. Whew. And when she asked me that question, I got this jolt, like this hit to my heart, if you want to call it. And at the time, I didn't know what it was. But now, after introspection and having a session with my spiritual teacher and my guides, I understand what it was, because I'm such an empath and I'm very clairsentient. So when someone asks me like that important question and I'm really in tune with their energy, I got this hit into my heart. It almost knocked me over. And it was divine love that was coming into me to share with her. And I said to her, I said, and I know this because from my own experience with karma, and they gave me this knowing that when you're in your darkest moments, and I did not plan on making this video, this just comes up, but I think it's important. It's an important message for people. Sorry, it's hard for me to speak. When you're in your darkest moment and you feel alone and you feel like God has forsaken you, and that you have to know that, like I told this beautiful soul, like, you are not alone. And I could tell you that. I know that. You're never alone. We are never alone. That's when we have more support from on high in our. when our angels are with us more than ever, we have more support and more love. You're never alone when the soul is going through the most darkest, horrendous experience on earth. They are never alone. Okay, so sometimes because we're in that dark space, we might not be aware that they are there, but I know that. That's what it was given to me to share with her. That's what when I thought, when I was in my darkest space and I cursed God out and all my angels, like they weren't even there. Then my guide told me they were there with you. They were in a circle around you, like holding space for you and with you the whole entire time. And now I realized that they were, because I would not. That strength and that calmness that I had was not from me, not from my human self, should I say. That came from somewhere deep within or up above that just was holding me so I could hold karma. So know that when you're going through your darkest moments where you feel like there's no way out, there's no light, there's no solution, nothing, know that you are being held. You're being held in the embrace of, of your angels, probably a lot more beings of light than you can possibly imagine. That was not my message for this video, but this is what just came through, so I think it's important. And whoever is listening, know that you are never alone. Like, it's literally impossible to be alone, which is a little bit creepy too. Sometimes when you think about it, you're like, wait, I'm never alone. Somebody is always watching me. But no, we are not alone. We have so much help from on high right now, more than ever. And we all have angels, and whoever, whatever words you want to give it, because I know we're, just from our culture or our belief or where we grew up or our religions, what we believe in, the words, don't let the word of what I'm saying get in the way of what I'm trying to share with you. Is that you are never alone, and that God has got you all the time in your greatest fear, in your greatest despair, in your greatest sorrow, in your greatest darkness. Know that God has you and is holding you in the biggest loving embrace that you can imagine. Got that out. Okay, I'll see you on the next video.